unmute the mic and ask your question. Please tell me where you're calling from, your name and where you're calling from, and we'll
Hello,
answer. Yeah,
hello.
I can hear
Good
you. Yeah,
evening. This Kofi Saponopoku from Ghana.
yeah, Kofi. Good evening.
Yeah, please, I wanted to ask a question concerning mentorship sections. As in when it comes to the coaching, you see, if you come to my mentorship community like this, I have over 1,000 plus people, and I always try my best, my possible best, to make sure that everyone is making it. But I know that you can't get 100% results. But most people are not serious at all. Like after collecting their money, buying the course for them and stuff, they complain that you are trying to scam them or something. Meanwhile, don't come for mentorship sessions and stuff. Some of them, it looks like they come with this get to rich scheme mindset. So how can you care that? Because some people, when they are so frustrated, like I don't know how to say, but when they are so frustrated and they are not making it and they are asking for refund, they sometimes go to the extent of doing reversal and stuff. So how can you force such people to learn? Because some people are not ready to learn. You can try your best to do everything and they are just not ready because they see that when you come into the affiliate marketing within some weeks you need to get something. I know that sometimes it's the way we communicate things to people though, but I've been trying my best to communicate in the best way, but still no avail.
All right, Kofi. Yeah, you can mute your mic. Please, everyone should mute their mic. This is a very important question, and I love the fact that you are asking the right question. You see, let me tell you something. Um, you can't. You see, let me just be very practical. Do you know that several of us here we paid money for those that are already through with school? We paid money. We paid school fees, right? We paid school fees from our first year. I did a 5 year course because it's an engineering course. I did a 5 year course, and I was paying each semester, right? I was paying every semester. And like I said, I paid all through and I got my certificate. But guess what? Till today, I'm not practicing what I studied. I'm not practicing what is it the fault of the school? No. It is not the fault of the school. The school they've given you the information that you need. I can choose tomorrow now, right? With the experience I have, right? With what I've studied, what I studied in school, I can use it tomorrow to work anywhere. But if I choose not to use it, it's not their fault. Do you understand? If some of you went to school till today, you have not made money from from your certificate. You've not used your certificate to make money. Is it the fault of the school? No. Can you okay go to the school and drag them? Go and tell them that I paid my school fees all through. I paid my school fees. I mean, from first year to final year, and I've not made money from this course. Can't tell them, oh, I've not gotten a good job. Can't tell them. Will they even answer you? They won't answer you. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that you cannot force people. Kofi, see, let me tell you, and if you're not ready for it, you would lose out. You lose out of the space. In marketing or in business, you understand, you have to develop what I call thick skin. Thick skin. If you don't develop thick skin, you'll be frustrated because one thing that you use very well, one powerful tool you use every in your business is your mind. Do you understand? You use your mind in your business. Business is not just all about practicalities. No, it's a mindset thing. So if your mind is affected, it means your business will be affected. So what do? I try my best to help people, right? I try my best to. Do you know that in this affiliate marketing space now, you can see that even these weekly calls we are doing here, I know the effort I put in every Tuesday to come here, right? I'm doing a lot of things. I'm running my MBA program, which I'm almost through, and I'm also handling several businesses. I have different businesses that I'm running currently, but yet I'm I'm always making sure that I'm active on this call, right? Now somebody can come to me and say, these people say they are not even helping out. Do you understand? They are not doing anything, and they are scammers. Does it change me? Does it change who I am? Does it change what I've been doing? No. The people that will get the results will get the results. See, that's how life is. See, in life, I want you to understand this, because when these things sink into your mind, your mind very well, you will not be bothered again. I used to be bothered like you before. I used to be bothered like you. See, those days I can call somebody that is struggling. I'll call the person for 1 hour, trying to explain things to the person. But I discovered that in life, some people are born to succeed, some people are born to fail. Some people must fail. See, everybody cannot be rich in in this world. If see, there will be an error if everybody is rich. Do you understand? And everybody cannot be poor. Do you understand? So there must be that balance. There must be a balance in the ecosystem. And what's the balance there? The balance is that some people will succeed and some people will fail. It's a choice thing. So don't force yourself. Don't feel pressured. Kofi, are you hearing me? Don't feel pressured. Anybody that I want to ask you a question. Have you helped people to make money online? If you've helped people, yes.
Yes,
Have you helped
please, I
people?
have.
Exactly. You have results.
Yeah,
You don't kill
about
yourself.
75% of my students are making it.
Beautiful, beautiful. So that's it. See, in my country currently, the president is frustrating people. People are frustrated in my country. And no matter how much they protest and everything, right? The president is still the president. There are people that are making money from the president, and they are the ones that are even causing the havoc in the country, because they know how much they are making as long as the president is there. Do you understand why some persons are suffering? Does it change anything? It doesn't change anything. You protest and you get angry and you go back to reality. I want you to know that you need your mind needs to be very strong. If your mind is not strong, you get frustrated. That's just the summary of everything. Do you understand? Don't feel frustrated. Don't feel angered by what is happening. Don't even feel like giving up. If I listened to what people were telling me those days, I wouldn't have been here. That's the truth. I wouldn't have been here. Many people spoke ill of me. Do you understand? But let me tell you, in few years to come, many of them will regret why they didn't take action. Many of them. So that's it. I believe I've answered your question. I want to answer someone else's question. I think Nehemiah, you can ask your question, Nehemiah. Or mute your mic and ask your question. I think Kofi, someone is asking for your WhatsApp number. If you'd like to put your WhatsApp number, you can put your WhatsApp number so that some persons can reach out to you.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So Kofi is doing very
Okay.
well. He's doing
All right. Good
well
evening, sir.
this piece. Yeah, yeah. Good evening, Matthew. You can ask your question.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your value with us and always for coming through for us. So my question is this: I've been facing a lot of pressure as an athlete for some months now. I was able to make a sale, and right now it's like a mind thing. So how do I reprogram myself for success so that I can not put pressure on myself, especially as regards to the sales challenge, and also to be able to pay my debt, because there's a whole lot of things. And you mentioned, like my mom was complaining about me all the time. I'm always on my phone. I'm trying to reach out to people, trying to get leads, trying to communicate and all. So how do I, number one, be able to overcome that mindset challenge that you talked about in one of your videos, and then how do I be able to handle this pressure? Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a beautiful question. Like, I love the questions that are coming up here tonight. It means that you guys are ready for change. So let me tell you, anybody that you see that is doing very well, I mean legitimately, not those guys that are fraudsters. No, I'm talking about somebody that is actually working out and getting results, and you see that the person is doing very well. There's one thing that they've been able to hack, and that thing is their mindsets. Hacking your mindset is very powerful. See, the more that's why most of the times on this call I normally talk about mindsets, because I found out that if I can get the right mindset, I'm going to make a lot of money. Many of us, we are struggling with scarcity mindset, and it's not actually our fault. The problem is our parents, you understand, the environment we grew up in, you understand, and our parents, some of us, our parents are not actually financially competent. They don't really have enough money. Like they didn't really have enough money when we were growing up. They were poor, right? So somehow now, if I send $10,000 now into your account, it will look like you would, the way you would shout, you will be so happy that you even, the first thing you do is to come to on Sunday and you give testimony in church. You will give, in fact, you will find a way of celebrating that this thing. But that $10,000 is something that can be sent to another person's account, and the person will be saying, Kai, this thing is too small. You understand? Like this, what's this? Why are you sending to me? Do you understand? It's mindset, it's mindset. So when I discovered that I had a scarcity mindset. I had a scarcity mindset. Like when I was starting out in business, I had a scarcity mindset. So what did I do? I started exposing my mind to an abundance mindset. And how do you build an abundance mindset? It's very simple. You must find a way to change your reality. Do you understand? I never thought it was possible to be rich. I never thought it was possible to be rich. In fact, in let me tell you what I saw as big money in my country. In my country, when you are earning at least 200,000 naira salary every month, you're a big boy. I'm telling. I mean, those days when I came out from school, some of my mates then they were earning 200K, and I thought they were big people. You understand? That was what I was thinking. I mean, you get a job and they're paying 200K every month. You're a big guy. Do you understand? But later, I now discovered that 200K is nothing. No, this 200K, I can finish it in one day. Yes. So it's abundance mindset. So what you need to do now, first thing you need to do is ask yourself, why do I need to make money? Because if you don't ask yourself why you are doing what you're doing, you're going to struggle. Why do I need to make money? So I picked a book and I began to write it down. First, I want to be financially free. Two, I don't want to suffer what my father had suffered, because at some point my father had to go through a lot of embarrassment, harassment, because of he did not have money, right? So I don't want to go through what my dad went through. Three, I want to add value to people around me. I want to add people and value to people. I want to be a solution provider. I don't like when people are struggling, suffering around me. I can find a way, you understand, to help them. So if somebody is saying that, I'm struggling, I need some money, I can still offer them something. I can help out. Do you understand? Four, I want my future family, the family that will be coming from me, I want them to be financially competent. Do you understand? No, see, the reason why you are doing this is because you want to change the way you see things. You understand? I think the Bible was talking about Abraham. God had to tell him that, see, as he took him to somewhere and he told him, as far as you can see, right, you will possess it. As far as you can see. Because most times what will limit us is what we see, our sight, our level of perception. So I began to change my perception from having a scarcity mindset. I began to see these things. So the more I was saying them, the more I was writing them down, the more I was looking and confessing them. I began to confess them. This is my reality. You understand it? I'm telling you, things began to change in my life. Let me tell you. Are you following me? Are you guys following me? See, the Bible says something. It says that out of the abundance, guard your hearts with all diligence, right? For out of it are the issues of life. I'm sorry, I'm trying to use Christianity, and I don't use that in calls, like, but please just pardon me. This is the best way I can communicate. Now, what does it mean? It means that your mind, guard your mind with all diligence. Out of it flows the issues of life. So if there's anything you want in your life, you understand, it has to come from your mind. Do you understand? It has to come from. So it means that whatever you're experiencing today is based on your thoughts. What are your preconceived notion, things that you have harbored in your mind for a long time. I know some persons might be saying it's a lie. All this is not motivational speaking, is a lie. That's what they'll be saying. But this is actually the fundamentals of your life. When I began to change my life, I'm telling you, it began to affect the amount of money I was making. When I began to change my mindset, so you need to change the way you see things. You need to tell your. So sometimes I'll keep speaking to myself. I'll say I'll tell myself that no, I can never be broke. I can never be poor. I have enough. I have more than enough. I have more than enough. Even when I don't, I will tell myself in the morning when I wake up. I'll say I'm making sales today. I'm making sales. I will just keep speaking. And let me tell you, there is something, an unseen force that will begin to connect people when you do some of these things. This is what wealthy people do. I'm telling you. They don't just go out and sell things. They don't just go out and say, we are going to trade this currency today. No, that's not the first thing they do. They position their mind. And you see how confident they are because they know that there is no way life, there is no way life will not favor them. Do you understand? So you need to hack your mindset. Now you've not made any say. I promise you, Nehemiah Matthew, if you do this in the next 60 days, I promise you, you will make sales. This is not even about whether you know affiliate marketing or not. Is that you are going to attract the right people. One thing that you need to do, like I've stated those things, write those things down. Do you understand? If you can, if you can go online, there's this audio stuff. I don't know if you're a Christian, I don't know, or if you believe, but you can get affirmations. Do you understand? Get affirmations, put them on when sleeping. Just sleep with it. Affirmations on I can do all things. You understand? I'm wealthy, I'm strong. You understand? Favor is coming my way. Business opportunities. Just go on YouTube and search for it. There's one by Pastor Chris Oyakilome. I used to play it those days. I still have them till now. I normally play them. I'll play it when I'm sleeping. I'll just put it on and I'll sleep. I'll be sleeping. See, I am telling you, when I wake up, something just changes around me. I don't know. I just don't know. I can't really see. But I can tell you the truth that things will begin to happen. All of a sudden, somebody that I reached out to the other, I mean, somebody that I reached out to like maybe 1 week ago or 2 weeks, the person will come and reach out to me and say, please, I'm ready to make sales, right? I'm ready to buy the product. And I'm making sales. Sometimes people that have given them my WhatsApp link before you, I mean my affiliate link before to make payments. I will just check, I will see sales. See, I'm telling you, these things actually work. If everything is by effort, everybody would have been rich. Do you understand? If everything is by skills and competence, people would have been profitable and productive. But there are some little secrets. I promise you, Nehemiah, if you do this if you do this in the next 60 days and you don't make any sale, reach out to me, my mail. My mail is there, kingleo@kingleonard.com. Reach out to me, right? Reach out to me and or tag me on Twitter and say, King Leo, you a liar. Do you understand? Write it very big. I'm ready to trade my integrity for this because I helped my students, some of them that were struggling with this mindset thing. I helped them with this same thing, and many of them began to get results. I promise you, be consistent, you get it. And the issue about your mom, right? It's normal. It's normal. So the thing I wanted telling you guys next week, I'll tell you now. See, when I started my journey in affiliate marketing, because when I came out from school, I am from youth service. I served in a Christian fellowship there. I served in a Christian fellowship. And when people began to see me as a Christian, like, you are posting this thing, you're selling stuff. Many people thought I was a scammer. You understand? So I started receiving calls from, do you know what it means to receive calls from your leaders? They began to call me and say, this guy, what are you doing? You are backsliding, you have failed God. This I'm telling you, I received threats like that, messages like that. It affected my mind. For 1 week, I couldn't do anything. More than 1 week, I was thinking, have I veered into a wrong path? Do you understand? Even people around me, they were criticizing me. My parents, my aunt, I was living with her then, because when I came back from Syria, I was living with her. She will see me pressing my phone and say, you are not serious with your life. She had tried to get me jobs, but I was rejecting them. And she said that you are not serious yet. So she kept frustrating me. So, but you know what happened? I told myself that there is no going back. I looked at where I was coming from. I said, no, there is no going back. And I remained focused. Let me tell you the truth. Today, many of them, I'm helping them. You understand? And I'm not saying this to brag. You understand? Many of them became my students. So if you listen to what people are saying about you, you will not go far. Don't try to impress anybody. The person that you should impress is yourself. Make sure you're impressing yourself. Don't focus on anybody. You understand? Focus on yourself and you get the result. I believe that I've been able to help you, and I wish you all the best. You're welcome. Somebody said, can you give us some starters in attracting the attention of prospect? Because some people, once you want to know their hobby or interest so that you can connect with them on that line, some usually get angry by asking, why do you want to know? No, you don't need to know. Ask people about their private life. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to attract people, you are welcome. Some guys are saying thank you so much. You are welcome, guys. You are welcome. See, one thing I've learned about attracting people, you only attract who you are becoming. Are you understanding? You attract who you are. You attract who you are becoming. You attract people through your stories. Do you understand? So when I tell people that I'm a Christian, and I'm not just saying it, I put stuffs there related to Christianity. I talk about my Christian life. I talk about certain things I struggled with, and I'm putting it on my status. People begin to connect with me, and somebody will say, wow, I also went. Do you understand? People will begin to connect with me. So you only attract who you are or who you are becoming. Don't expect people to expose themselves to you. People will not do that. Do you understand? People will not do that. You need to find, and every one of us here, we have our story. Don't hide it. Put it out there. That's the easiest way to connect with people. People will reach out to you. Do you understand? People reach out to you. So that's the easiest way. Who wants to ask a question? If you have a question, just unmute your mic. I'll take two more questions and we'll call it a night.
Hello, can you? Hello.
Yes, Kofi.
So my name is Kofi Annan from Ghana, and
Okay.
we met earlier this I think 2 months ago in Accra. I've had a very nice conversation. I want to say thank you for that. So I just wanted to add a little on the mindset and affirmations and stuff. So personally, before I got into affiliate marketing by Coach Kofi Sapon, I was into photography. And I faced a lot of challenges because my dad didn't really want me to do it because he felt like photography was a menial job, like for people. But I got into it and I was able to build a team back when I was in SHS and it became something big. So to anyone here who feels like you are now doing affiliate marketing and people are looking at you in a certain way, what I'll tell you is that don't live your life to please anyone, because if you please people, you are never going to achieve anything, because someone would say do A to please them, someone would say do B to please them, someone else will say do C. So what actually are you going to do to please all of them? That's not really possible. And about the affirmation, it really, really works, because there was a time in my life where things weren't going so well, but I kept talking to myself like, you are rich, like you are going to do better. And now I'm also training people, and people keep asking me about affiliate marketing, that they want to join and everything. So we, all of us here, are at different levels in our journey. Some have made some like a lot, some are now starting, some are intermediate. But then, as Kilio said, just keep pushing the affirmations on. Like as he said, try and use it to sleep, because these things really work. It's very practical. Because sometimes people want us to tell them that, oh, maybe do this and this and that, and that's how you're making sales. But it's these little things that is helping us get where we are today. So thank you so much, King Leo, for having time to share with us, and we are really, really grateful. Thank
All
you.
right, Kofi Annan, that was lovely, like beautiful. I appreciate your 2 cents. Right, this is massive. See, guys, if you're a newbie on this call, you understand. You need to understand that this business is not just all about selling. You understand? It's not just all about. It's 99% your mindset. It has to do with 99% mindset and 1% action. Do you understand? And that 1% action, you don't even need to do too much. You don't need to stress yourself. Do you understand? See, there's a way. One of these days, I'm already writing a book. I'm going to give you guys a book on certain things that you need to do, practical things that you need to do to attract, I mean, this abundance mindset. Because many people, when we say some of these things, some persons think that we are trying to cook up stories. No, I'm telling you things that work. Do you know the reason why people don't get results? Because they don't follow some of these things. They just wake up in the morning and they just go out to say, okay, I want to sell. Okay, fine. But there are certain laws that govern this whole world. Do you understand? There are certain laws. And I tell you, when you obey certain laws, you'll be protected. You'll be protected. Certain things that your family members see, some persons keep saying that um generational curses and all those things. Fine, I believe that they exist, right? But I still believe that you can carve your own paths. Do you understand? You can create a pathway for your life. You can choose to decide that this is the kind of life I want to live. My parents suffered this, I will not suffer this. And guard yourself. See, the world is so negative, it's full of negativity. Create your own atmosphere. Do you understand? With the right words, with the right environment. Those times I'm selling like this, I'm putting a worship, putting worship songs there, putting affirmations there, creating my own atmosphere, because I know that somehow I'm connecting with people, and I must find a way, you understand, to express certain things to them. Life is spiritual. You need to understand that. So I'm trying to express certain things to them, and somehow they need to also understand what I'm saying. So it's beyond words. Do you understand? So, um, one more question. One more question. One more question. If you have a question, just
Hello.
unmute. Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
Uh,
name
good
and
evening.
yeah.
My name is Mark from Ghana. Hello.
Yes. Your question.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much for the opportunity. It was really inspiring. My question is, when you are attracting leads or when you are attracting prospects, you don't only attract them through WhatsApp, through
Please,
Facebook
can you be
as
more
well. And I
audible? Can you, Mark? Can you be more audible? Your line is somehow low. Can you be more audible?
okay. Hello. Question is
Yes.
this:
You can.
when you are attracting customers, when you are attracting your prospects or when you are attracting leads, you don't only do that through WhatsApp point, but you also use other social media networks like Facebook and Twitter. Okay, so let me say, in my instance, I'm trying to convince somebody, or I'm trying to talk to somebody about what this is, but I understand that before you talk to somebody about affiliate marketing, you have to develop friendship with a person, especially when in the Facebook space, somebody that I don't know. You have to develop friendship with a person, give the person value, one or two things about whatever you are trying to sell to the person. But some people, once you are trying to know them more, once you are trying to talk to them about something, they don't give you that space, or they don't give you that positive energy for you to be able to express yourself. So in that instance, what do you do, or what are some conversation or some lines that you use to convince people, you use to make that positive
Okay.
space?
All right. I think I understand your question. Please, you can mute your mic. Um, you see, let me tell you something. First, let's just settle this. Not everybody will buy from you. We have to settle this. Not everybody will buy from you. So you just need to know that there are people that you would reach out to and they will tell you, I'm not interested. I don't want it. And you have to leave them. But now, here's the thing. There are still some person. I've also mentioned it on this call that buyers are liars. Buyers and liars. And when you understand that buyers are liars, it will change the way you interact with people. First, you don't convince people. Selling is not convincing people. No, selling is not convincing people. Selling is making people understand that they actually need what you are selling. Do you understand? You are not convincing them. Affiliate marketing is not convincing. You are trying to recommend a product. Now, what you need to do is to give value. Do you understand? In fact, many of us don't even understand what value means. Many people think that value is just posting motivational speeches. No, that's not value. Value is not just tied to teaching people. No, that's not value. Do you know that Brain Jota, I was saying this thing last week, Brain Jota in Nigeria, he did a trend. There's a trend like that he last week also, and one just one dance like that. I don't even know how he came up with that, but just maybe 30 seconds. He did that trend with one musician like that. That's he sang a song in the 80s. The song did not go viral. And when he was able to blend that song with his dance steps, he went viral. Do you know that What he did there was actually value. But we many times we limit value to just posting motivational speeches, telling people about. No, that thing was actually value because a lot of people began to jump on the trend and he went viral. In fact, do you know how much views that he got that period? Do you know how he became more popular just within that? So you need to know, you are the one that will define what value means to you first, and your prospect will also define what value means to them. So that's why he said that the easiest way to get people when you are connecting with them, build relationship with them. Sometimes don't even tell them about the product you are selling. Sometimes you can just talk about life in general. Talk like a wise person. Talk like somebody that understands life. Sometimes, if a prospect reaches out to me, shows interest in my product, but the person at some point, the person says, "I'll get back to you." You know what I will do? I will leave the person sometimes. Then later I'll reach out to the person and I'll say, please, hope everything is fine with you. I'm just checking on you. I'm not here for anything. No, I just want to know how you're doing. Hope all is well with you. If you need me to call you to check on you right regularly, I can do that. Do you understand? It's relationship. It's not about what I'm getting from you. Do you understand? What I'm giving to you, the value I'm adding to you. So if people are not actually buying from you or they are sounding, it's sounding like you are trying to force them. Don't force anybody. I talked about authority. I talked about authority earlier. What is authority? Okay, let me just explain this better. You understand? If you go to a supermarket, right? If you go to a supermarket right now, I don't know if some of us have been there before. So let's say you go to somewhere like ShopRite. Okay, ShopRite. You enter ShopRite. Well, do you normally see ShopRite telling you that? I mean, the staff telling you that, come and buy here, come and buy here, come and buy from here, come and buy. Do you see that? No, they don't do that. You go to ShopRite and you pick what you want. That's authority. So you need to find a way to position yourself as an authority. And how will you position yourself as an authority? Very simple. Make sure that your content is affecting your audience, is connecting with them. If people can understand your content, if they reach out to you in your DM or you reach out to them and they show interest in what you're promoting, they will buy from you. Secondly, never reach out to a prospect in the person's DM if the person does not show interest in your product. Never do that. Don't reach out to a prospect if the prospect has not shown interest in your product. If not, you'll be looking very cheap. Do you understand? Let people come to a point where people will come into your DM and they'll be begging you to, please, I want to buy from you. And all these things just takes a little time. It's not something that will take a long time. See, if you tell yourself that from tonight I'm going to position myself as an authority, and it starts from your DP, change your DP. You understand? Go to a studio, snap good pictures. AI is there. And I'm not talking about those cheap AIs because there are some AI picture DP that you use that you now look like everybody. You understand? You just look like this person. No, don't use look for go to the studio, snap good picture, quality pictures. Do you understand? Weekends, during weekends, go out. Even if you don't have money, do window shopping. Do you understand? Snap pictures there. Do of yourself around ShopRite or big supermarkets. Put them out there. Do you understand? Put them out there. Let people see that you are also looking good. Because you cannot be telling somebody that the person can succeed and you are not looking like somebody that has succeeded. See, some of you now, if I've not made any money in life, if I'm still struggling in life, as I'm telling you guys, you will not listen to me. That's the truth. You say this guy is lying. But I have my results. I don't need to brag too much. My results will speak. Do you understand? My results will speak for me. So you need to put people, see, don't tell people too much. Show them. There's this guy called Caleb Waneka. Caleb used to be one of the best affiliates those days. He's not into affiliate marketing. He was my friend. He was my friend. Now, this is what Caleb does. 80% of Caleb's content are lifestyle marketing, like lifestyle content. The remaining 20%, 10% can just be for, you understand, maybe sharing stories. Then 10% can be for offer. So he was focusing majorly on lifestyle. And that's why he was making crazy money in affiliate marketing. So you can tell yourself that, okay, fine, I want to start lifestyle marketing. Do you understand? And lifestyle is simply putting yourself out there. You understand? You are taking nice pictures. You are just, you understand, just put showing people that yes, this thing can actually help them. You will make money. You don't need to talk too much because your results will be speaking for you. Right? So it's that simple. There's this guy called Jacto Precious. I don't know if you know him. Jacto Precious too is also my friend. If Jacto Precious, whatever he's doing right now, he's in Dubai right now. That where he's in Dubai, and him being in Dubai is a strategic thing because he knows that where he is right now in Dubai, many people cannot afford it. So when people see him in Dubai, he's promoting his course. He sells a crypto course, right? When people see him that the environment he is, right, he's not suffering. He's staying around white people. People will buy from him. That's lifestyle marketing. You don't need to talk too much. In fact, if you go to Jacto's DM and you're telling him that I don't have the money, I don't, he will not even answer you because there are people in his DM begging him that they want to make payments. Are you getting the idea of this whole thing? So this is all about positioning. Position yourself in the right way, and people will buy from you. You don't need to beg them. You don't even need to force yourself to build relationships with them. And I can tell you that when you are starting out in business, focus on building relationship. But a point will get to where you don't need to build any relationship. Are you getting the point? You don't need to build relationship at a certain height. Your results will begin to get the sales for you. All right. Henry, ask your question and we'll be done tonight. Henry and here Cora. I hope I got your question. I got your name right. Henry and here
Yeah,
Cora.
good evening. Yeah,
Yeah,
good evening.
yeah, good
My
evening.
question is like whenever you sell your training course, I thought it would be something you could read manually, but I found out that you have some videos, some are 3 hours long, 4 hours long. Why that? And you know how expensive data is in this part of our world. Like,
Okay.
wow, why would someone wait 3, 4 hours? And you know how attention span is. If
Okay.
it could have, yeah,
Uh,
you know
all
how
right. I get your
attention span
question.
is.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
yeah.
anyone who remember like your various step at the go, it will go back buying money on data and all that. So it's kind
Yeah,
of after
yeah.
buying the course, you still have to spend money on data again.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
looks
Yeah, I got your question. You can mute your mic. It's quite funny. Sorry, I'm laughing, but it's funny. You know, this same thing now is a mindset thing. Do you understand? And this is why I keep saying, you see, let me tell you, I just want to be honest with you guys. I think I've tried my best to be very honest with you guys on calls like this. If you want to go far in life, you must be ready to invest. Do you understand? You must be ready to invest. See, I've paid $10,000 for a course. And maybe one of these days I'll show you guys the receipts. In 2022, 2021, yes, 2021, I bought a course, like a program by one of my mentors. His name is Richard Yu. You can search for the guy on Instagram, Richard Yu. I bought a program from the guy, right? And the cost was $10,000. And let me tell you the truth. I didn't have that money then. I did not have that amount of money. But I had to find a way because I needed the knowledge. And let me shock you guys. I did not make 1 naira from that. I did not make a naira from that course. And the course was very voluminous. Every day I'll be spending money on data just to watch that program. But let me tell you what changed. Let me tell you what changed my mind. One of those days, the guy normally hosts calls like this, just like what I'm doing to you, like for you guys. That call was what brought me into what I call wealth. Like it looked like there was a wealth transfer from that call. The guy began to he began to teach us something about this whole affirmations, mindset, and all those things. And right on that call, I began to understand that Kai, no, 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 there's something wrong with my life. Do you know that that was what changed the trajectory of my life? I did not make money from his course, but the knowledge that he gave me that night changed my life. I've made, see, I'm saying this with all humility. I've made times 10 times which 10 times 100 or times 1,000 of that amount of money I spent. Do you understand? To get his course in 2021. I'm saying this now because some of you, I understand the problem. I understand that, yes, spending money on data to watch a course, it can be high. And yes, it's not your fault, actually. What is the fact that maybe you don't really have much money and it's considerable, right? But you need to move away from that. See, as long as you have a will, there will be a way. You can look for cheaper data, this thing, right? Data bundles and use them. You are not losing, you are investing in knowledge. You are investing in knowledge. Do you understand? And the fact is that you don't even need to watch all the videos. You don't need to watch all the videos. If you come to calls like this, you have opportunity to ask questions. You understand? So I don't even understand why you're complaining about data and all. Yeah, I understand. Here, you don't have the money, it's understandable, but please break free from that mindset. Is what we call scarcity mindset. Is the same scarcity mindset. Okay, see a scarcity mindset. Somebody is thinking, how will I invest? How will I invest $10 every day on ads? Meanwhile, I need to make money from this business. But why will I be spending $10 on ads? Do you that's scarcity mindset? See, I was having that kind of mindset when I was running my business, when I started my business and I was running ads. But one day, the thing just don't, guy, you can actually make crazy money from affiliate marketing if you spend money on ads. So I told myself that every day I was going to be spending not less than $20 on, and I can tell you I was making times two of, so in a week before I used to make 100,000 naira. Then at least 100 when as a newbie. But when I started running ads, I started making times four of that money. And the beauty of it is that when I was running ads, people, I was getting more leads. So know how every week I must make money every week. Do you understand? But somebody with a scarcity mindset will be saying, how will I be spending $10, $20 on ads? Why will I be doing that? It is mindset, scarcity mindset. Do you understand? So please break free from that mindset. And I trust that you're going to do very well. This call is recorded. It was recorded. So if you actually need to listen to this call again, I mean, I'm going to send the link. Please take your time to watch it. Till now, I spent thousands of I know I spent thousands of naira on data. Do you know how much data bundle I use every day? You know how much? Maybe I will show you guys. I use a lot of data every, because I want to increase my knowledge bank. Do you understand? I cannot be outdated. I cannot be outdated. So I'll spend money going on YouTube, paying for courses, watching with my data. I mean, with the data that and somebody will be wondering tomorrow, okay, tomorrow now when you now see King Leo doing very well, you'll now be saying it's luck. It's not just luck, please. It's not just grace, hard work. You understand? Investment, self-development. These are the things that make people wealthy. Do you understand? All right. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this night. Somebody said, is it really necessary to have followers before you can make money? Of course, you don't actually need followers, right? You don't actually need followers, but you need quality people. You need quality audience. You need an audience. You don't need followers. You need an audience. Do you understand? You need an audience. If you are looking for, I think this person should be a newbie because I just created my account. If you're on my WhatsApp channel, just go through it. You'll see where I addressed issues like this, right? I talked about issues like this. So Shedrack said, message highlights, let your content affect your audience, create an atmosphere of Christianity. Selling is not about convincing, withdraw from scarcity mindset. I believe I've answered all your questions tonight. I would drop, I will try to drop a link in my WhatsApp channel. And if you guys have further questions, you can ask me there. I would try to respond to them when I'm free. I hope that's fine. So if you have a question, if somebody's asking for my WhatsApp number, I'm sorry, I'm not active on WhatsApp currently, For the past 2 years now, I've not been actively involved on WhatsApp. More than 2 years now. So pardon me. When I'm back on WhatsApp, I would give you guys my number. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a lovely night rest. I believe you enjoyed this call tonight. I hope that next week I'll be